Hello there, you're with Craig. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to answer a question that Michael asked, and he commented on my review of Authoritas, which is an SEO tool. And Michael said, I'm building a website for a roofing company in Utah. I'm looking for low competition keywords to rank for quickly. So first of all, Michael, I would say that Authoritas is a project-based tool. So it is quite different to other tools where you are interrogating data all day long, looking for opportunities, looking for domain names to buy, those sorts of things. Authoritas is more setting up a project, putting the keywords in and monitoring backlinks, monitoring your keywords, all that sort of stuff. So I would suggest the best way to do this would be use another tool. I'm going to show you that shortly, but before we get into that, I just thought I'd run through how I would approach this topic and what I've done over the years that's been very, very successful for me. So the first thing is I would talk to the customer about SEO and how it works and get them on board with what I'm going to be doing before we even start. And if they don't agree to it or look a bit hesitant, not keen, not sold, I don't work with them because it just always ends up in tears. If this person's expecting you to rank their brand new site for the word roofing Utah in the first 3 months, it's going to be very, very difficult. So it's long term. Once you've got articles up, once you've got content up, it will serve the client forever and ever and keep producing leads. So it's important to get done properly. It's also important to involve the client and share the small wins, work together, show them exactly what you're doing. So you can start off with low competition keywords, and we're going to find some of those shortly. Create content around these, and then use my favorite tool, which I'm going to show you, to actually boost the existing content that you're writing. Now, why do I say that? Because 50% of searches on Google are new every day. And the only way you can find out what those searches are is if you use PPC or you write content. So if you want to use paid, you'll see all these terms come up in the keyword searches, or if you write content, Google after some time will show you. Let me show you a live example. So in here, this is a search term, business ownership specialist, Auckland. I mean, it's a beautiful term to start with. This person's looking for someone who's a specialist in business ownership who's located in Auckland, which is where I live. You can see in the last 3 months there's been 181 impressions or searches for that. This client's ranking number 44. But that term could lead to a huge contract. So it is totally worth going for, for this particular company. Now, if I dive over to Google Ads and go into the keyword tool, you can see they are saying that particular term has no traffic. So this is what I'm saying. 50% of the searches online are new every day. And if you wrote an article around this topic here, you will find more terms will start appearing in here that you can add to the article, and you can totally dominate. So very, very powerful. But let's go and find some keywords anyway. So if we start off, I would be using SE ranking for this, what you're wanting to do. There is a link in the description if you want to get a trial on it. And just start off with roofing Utah. Now I want to show you why searching for roofing Utah is a failed way to do it. So let's do it, roofing Utah, and let's have a look what comes up. And this is one of the reasons why it's very risky using difficulty filters like I'm doing here. Have I got the filter? And I haven't. Okay. So I've got this one set up with the difficulty showing at the lowest. And what they're saying here is that roofing company Utah has 700 searches a month. They're giving a difficulty score of 3 out of 100, which is entirely inaccurate. It's not accurate at all. So don't get caught with these things. If I go in and search for that, I can see straight away that I've got some very, very strong Google My Business pages here. For only 700 searches a month, it's going to be very, very difficult. And if I go through all these terms here, these terms are all going to be quite tricky to rank for in the first period of time. So metal roofing supply Utah could be someone looking for actual supplies to do it themselves, but you can see it's not really overly helpful. So what I tend to do is I do this. I get rid of the word Utah and just do roofing. Forget about Utah, because 3 million people in Utah, they're going to be searching for the same types of things as people in New York and people in whatever, or similar things. And come in here and do the difficulty score again. So that's the most difficult, that's the least difficult. And you can sort of scroll down if you want to put a filter in here and do a difficulty score of 0 to say 15. Okay, minimum search volume of say 100, and apply the filter. You can do these sorts of things and have a look what comes up. So front range roofing, 200 a month, difficulty of 0. So I don't actually know what that means, but you could discuss it with your client. That could be something you can go for, see what else we can find. But keep in mind we're looking for keywords that we can write articles on. So here's one here that's caught my eye, tar and gravel roofs. You can have a chat to your client about that one. Do they do them? What do they think about them? Even if they don't do them, perhaps you could do an article on this of why people shouldn't use tar and gravel roofs and give them an alternative. So that's one to consider. I found one here, storm damage roof, 1,000. Now I live in New Zealand, I don't know Utah at all, but I looked quickly on the internet and said it has 3 tornadoes a year. So potentially there could be some traffic around that. There's definitely traffic around that, but it could be relevant to Utah, I'm not sure. But that one there is something that would be very, very suitable for an article. What to do when you've got storm damage roof. Is it covered by insurance? How to make a claim? There's 1,000 things you could write about on there. So you can do a bit of research around that. That would bring you good quality traffic, helpful traffic, could convert. Let's keep going. Here's another one here. Does home warranty cover roof? So that person has obviously got something wrong with their roof. They could be looking for a repair, or maybe they need a new roof. But that one there, definitely worth talking to your client about if that is relevant to their business. Would it help them? Would it not help them? And you can see that all the ones that are here are all blogs. Okay, that's a blog, that was actually a news article. But yeah, there's an opportunity with that one there as well. Here's a really good one, insulated aluminium roofing panels. So I believe Utah gets very cold, so it also gets very hot. So that one could be really good for Utah. And then you could do a little article around the different types of aluminium roofing panels that are available. Do a whole article around insulated aluminium roofing panels. And of course, in these articles, you're going to be putting the word Utah in there, of course, so Google know that you are based in Utah. So this is how I would be approaching it. And I would say to the client, don't expect any results for the first couple of months, because I'm going to be creating content, and this is the sort of things I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to be jumping into the Google Search Console looking for other opportunities or keywords that we can add, boost, etc. So that is the way that I would approach it. And the other thing I'd be doing is talking to the client around Google My Business, because that deserves a lot of effort as well. Articles being written on there, images, reviews, all that good stuff. Make sure that any content you put on is different to the website, don't just copy and paste. And that one is going to be important going forward. So it's going to be slow wins to start with. Just chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away. And if the client is on board with you and they know that they've got to invest for 12 months in this and it's going to serve them long term, you will have a lot less pressure, you'll be able to do a much better job, and you'll be able to work together on it and see the progress as you go through. Hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching. And by the way, I should have mentioned I'm actually coming to you live from my wife's quilting studio, because we are renovating today, or renovating at the moment, and this is the only quiet part of the house I can actually find. But she does some beautiful work. I'm surrounded by all these amazing fabrics, and yeah, okay, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.